In part 1, we identified 8 core ASX principles. Let's now go through some practical recommendations for each of these. To have solid foundations in place for management and oversight means that there should be a clear description of the different roles and responsibilities that directors of the board or management must perform. This information should also be disclosed to owners and the public. The organisation must also have systems in place to monitor and evaluate those people. So, if they fail to do their job properly, this should become clear and obvious, and appropriate action can be taken. So this requirement makes sure things aren't hidden in a back room and kept secret. There should also be careful checks taken before appointing someone to a senior position, such as a director of the organisation. Having the right board structure means getting the right people with all the right skills and abilities into the available positions. We need to avoid just stacking a board with friends or compliant yes people who do not bring any skill or value. The board should also have some independent people who can bring an objective viewpoint to all discussions. And for listed companies, the majority of the board should be independent. Finding the right people should be done in a formal manner, and a special subcommittee of the board, called the Nomination Committee, should be used to find and approach the right people. The people in the organisation should go beyond just complying with the law and make sure they are good corporate citizens by acting ethically and responsibly. To formalise this type of behaviour, listed companies are expected to have a code of conduct to guide ethical behaviour and indicate what activity is not acceptable or permitted. There is a lot of pressure on businesses to present results in a positive manner. Incentives to achieve bonuses, increase the share price, and receive greater status and reputation can lead people to attempt to publish inaccurate results. We need to ensure there are procedures in place to protect the integrity and accuracy of our corporate reports. Internal controls are a powerful tool for making sure this occurs. Having a board subcommittee called an audit committee, whose focus is on verifying corporate reporting, is essential for listed companies. To make sure everyone is up to date, good governance requires that prompt, accurate and balanced disclosure of results and information occurs. Here, balance refers to the reporting of both positive and negative information. Owners or shareholders deserve to be treated with respect. Directors of the organisation should not make decisions or pursue action that makes it difficult for owners to understand what is going on or to have their voice heard, such as voting at the annual general meeting. This links closely with having integrity in corporate reporting and with timely disclosure. Understanding and controlling risk is a critical part of achieving an organisation's objectives. To help with this, and to make sure it is done in a systematic manner, there should be a board subcommittee that focuses on risk. The organisation should apply a disciplined risk management framework that identifies potential risks, classifies the severity and likelihood of these risks, and puts in place action to eliminate the risk or reduce the chance of it occurring. Disclosure of significant risks should also occur so that stakeholders are properly informed. Paying people fairly is not just about making sure they are paid enough. For lower level employees, there is often debate about what the minimum wage should be. But just as importantly is avoiding paying people too much. Directors may be tempted to overpay managers if they have a close relationship with them, because they are in control of large organisations and have access to large amounts of money. Procedures need to be put in place to prevent overpayment from occurring, and linking pay to outcomes. An independent remuneration subcommittee should be established, which looks at these issues in an objective manner. Salaries or remuneration should be disclosed to ensure deals are not kept secret. You can see that there are many principles and guidelines for an organisation to consider and comply with. Good governance requires significant thought and effort, as well as disciplined systems and reporting processes. Internal controls are a critical component to good governance, which help us achieve the organisation's goals. While we often focus on Principle 7 for the implementation and maintenance of internal control procedures, It is important to note that all the corporate governance principles and recommendations are actually aligned with strong internal controls, areas that are aimed towards protecting value destruction and also promoting value creation.